Hello students, I am Dr. Meenakshi Mahur, Assistant Professor, Zoology, Sri Savliaji Government College, Mondfia, Chittorgarh. Today I will discuss glycogenesis and glycogenolysis. What is glycogenesis? Glycogenesis is the synthesis of glycogen from glucose. Glycogen is the major storage form of glucose in our body, which is reserved for future use. Glycogenesis mainly occurs in the liver and skeletal muscle, and it takes part in the cytoplasm of cells and requires energy supplied by adenosine triphosphate, that is ATP, and uridine triphosphate, that is UTP. In liver, glycogenesis occurs during periods when body has been well fed. And in skeletal muscles, glycogenesis occurs during at rest. At the first step of glycogenesis, glucose is phosphorylated to glucose 6-phosphate, which is catalyzed by glucokinase in liver and hexokinase in muscles. At the second step, glucose 6-phosphate is isomerized to glucose 1-phosphate, which is catalyzed by phosphoglucomutase. Then glucose 1-phosphate reacts with UTP, that is uridine triphosphate, and form active nucleotide UDP glucose, that is uridine diphosphate glucose, and pyrophosphate. With this reaction is catalyzed by UDP glucose pyrophosphatase or glucose 1-phosphate uridyl transferase. After that, glycogen synthetase enzyme catalyzes the synthesis of glycoside bond between C1 of glucose of UDP glucose and C4 of a terminal glucose residue of glycogen and liberates UDP. In this reaction, a pre-existing fragment of glycogen must be present, otherwise reaction will not initiate. In absence of glycogen fragment, a protein primer known as glycogenin can initiate this reaction. Now, glucose residue are attached in the alpha 1,4 position to form a short chain. This short chain of glycogen serves as an acceptor of future glucose residue, so that the branches of glycogen molecules become elongated as alpha 1,4 linkages are formed. When a chain is at least 11 glucose residue long, branching enzyme transfer a part of an alpha 1 to 4 chain to a neighboring chain to form a alpha 1,6 linkage and establish a branch point. This branches increases by further addition of alpha 1 to 4 glucosol unit and further branching. I will explain this in this slide. This is alpha D glucose C. In first reaction, glucose is phosphorylated to glucose 6-phosphate. Then glucose 6-phosphate is isomerized to glucose 1-phosphate. Then glucose 1-phosphate reacts with UTP and form UDP glucose and pyrophosphate. Now, synthetase enzyme catalyze the synthesis of glycoside glycoside bond between C1 of the glucose of UDP glucose and C4 of a terminal glucose residue of glycogen. This 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 form this glycogen N plus 1, that is with alpha 1 for linkage, and then branching enzyme acts and alpha 1,6 bonds formed with the help of branching enzyme and branched glycogen is formed. So when a chain is at least 11 glucose residue long, branching enzyme transfer a part of alpha 1,4 chain to a neighboring chain to form alpha 1,6 linkages and establish a branch point, and that is a branched glycogen. So this is all about glycogenesis. Now glycogenolysis. The breakdown of glycogen to generate glucose, which provide immediate energy or to maintain blood glucose level during the time of need. Glycogen is the major storage form of carbohydrate in liver and muscle cells of animals, similar to the starch in plants. Actually, glycogen is a homopolymer which is made up of repeated unit of alpha D glucose, and each molecule is linked to another by 1,4 glycosidic bond, which is the link connecting the first atom of the active glucose residue to the 6th C atom of the approaching glucose molecule. Once there is a chain consists of 8 to 10 glycosidic residue in the glycogen fragment, branching begins by 1 to 6 linkages. Glycogenesis is thus the breakdown of glycogen to glucose 1-phosphate and glycogen and to -1. The glycogen phosphorylase first breaks the alpha 1,4 linkage on the outer branch of glycogen. As the enzyme is not active against the alpha 1,6 bonds, it only degrades glycogen up to the branching point, which is called a limit dextrin. I will explain all these reactions in the later slides. Glycogenesis occurs in the cytosol of the cell and appears to be the reverse reaction of glycogenesis. That is, glycogenolysis occurs during fasting or between meals. Therefore, the main function of glycogen phosphorylase is to shorten glycogen by removing glucose from the outer core of the glycogen polymer. I will explain all these points in the next slide. So, glycogenolysis. In this glycogenolysis, glycogen phosphorylase acts on glycogen and release glucose 1-phosphate, which is on which phosphoglucosamines act and form glucose 6-phosphate in muscles and glucose in liver. Now glycogenolysis. Here it is the glycogen O. Here these are the glucose which are linked by 1,4 linkage, and this is a branching point which is with alpha 1,6 linkage. Now glucose phosphorylase acts on it and release glucose 1-phosphate by acting upon it. Now transferase acts on it and now it removes this blue one part and transfer it to the here. Now alpha 1,6 glucosides act on it and remove glucose from the core. So it is the non-reducing ends of glycogen. Here alpha 1,6 linkage, and it is acted upon by glycogen phosphorylase. From because of this glycogen phosphorylase, glucose 1-phosphate molecules are released. But debranching enzyme transfer these molecules as a whole from the branch to the main chain, means here. Then it will use its 1,6 glucosidase activity to hydrolyze the glucose from the glycogen for glycogen phosphorylase. Actually, debranching enzyme has two functions. First, it has transferase activity, and second is glucosidase activity. By transferase activity of debranching enzyme, the branch chain gets transferred to the main chain. When they are transferred to the main chain, then glycosidase activity of debranching enzyme helps in releasing glucose. So with the help of glycogen phosphorylase, from glycogen glucose 1-phosphate is released. After that, phosphoglucometase acts on glucose 1-phosphate and form glucose 6-phosphate in muscles. When glucose 6-phosphatase acts on glucose 6-phosphate, glucose is released, and it occurs in liver. So in liver, glycogen, this is glycogen, this is glycogen phosphorylase. Because of this, glucose 1-phosphate is released. On it, phosphoglucometase acts and form glucose 6-phosphate. Then by glucose 6-phosphatase, glucose is formed. But in skeletal muscles, glycogen gets converted into released glucose 1-phosphate with the help of glycogen phosphorylase. So this is all about glycogenolysis. So glucogenesis is just reverse of glycogenolysis. So glycogenesis is the synthesis of glycogen from glucose, and glycogenolysis is the breakdown of glycogen to generate glucose. So it's all about glycogenesis and glycogenolysis. Thank you.